Hey everyone, welcome back to another chapter of Instally's Flutter development course. So today we are going to explore one of Flutter's most powerful widgets, which is ListView.Builder. So if you have ever wondered how to efficiently handle like long scrollable list in your mobile app, this tutorial will be perfect for you. So let's head back to the app which we were building and see in the previous chapters what we had done is we done the app and show you. So we were able to add tab view controller, bottom tab navigation, where we have used three particularly tabs and we have connected with three screens. One is home, profile and settings. So let's work on the home page and let's create the list view here. So I'm gonna remove this particular screen or remove this particular background, and we are going to build a list view here. So let me head back to the home page. So this was our home page where we have just created a background color with green, and also we have created a text and we have placed it in the center with the title as home. So let's understand what's ListView.Builder. So imagine, like, consider a scenario where you are building an app and that needs to display a list of probably, for example, 1000 items. So using a regular list view, your app would create all 1000 widgets all at once, even if your screen is not able to show all of them. Like, for example, if your screen is able to show only 10 or 15 items at the same time, but at a time, but eventually it will create all 1000 widgets at once. So that is something not efficient, right? So this is where the ListView.Builder comes in. It's very smart. Like, it only creates the widgets that are actually visible in your screen. For example, if you are only displaying 10 to 15 items, so it will create only those 10 to 15 widgets that are actually visible in your screen. Like, as you scroll up or down, it will create new widgets on demand. And whenever you are going across all these widgets, it creates the widgets in the runtime and render it in screen. So this is what we call as lazy loading, or we can call it as on-demand loading. So let's start with a basic example. So let me just remove all these part, and let me do one thing. Let me just remove this container, and we are going to place a scaffold here. So we are going to need a app bar. For example, let me put the title of the app bar as text. Let's put it as ListView Builder tutorial or a demo for better understanding. And we are going to need a body as well. So inside the body, what we are going to do is we are going to create the ListView.Builder. So we are also going to need item builder. So inside item builder, we are going to keep as context and index, and inside that we are going to return a simple card widget, which will have, no, I do not want any background color for now. Let me just put it as, inside there will be a child, and let me put as list style. Title as text, and here let me put a text item along with the index. Index will be the current number of row which is selected. So I will explain it in more detail. Let me just create the widget first, and and then I'm gonna explain it. Sorry. Okay, so card does need an ending. I'm going to need an item count. We'll say, for example, let's create only 50 items for now. So this is a basic item builder, like ListView.item builder. So let me just run the application and see whether it's rendering our list or not. So right now we have only 50 items. So let's see. Okay, so you can see all the items being rendered here. So up to 49, it's 0 to 49. If you want it to be more exact, so we can. So this will be a good representation, like from item 1 to 50 with index 0 to 49. So what we have to understand here is the most important property here is the item builder. So it's basically a callback function which takes two parameters. One is build context and another one is index. This is build context, obviously. So build context is, it helps to identify where your list view is in the widget tree, and index basically tells you which item in the list you are currently building. So you can say it as current row. So now what we have to do is we have to let's make this particular list a bit more nicer, like visually good looking, and instead of returning the item builder here, what we are going to do is we are going to create another widget. So let me create another widget here. So let's name it as get item, and we are keeping the parameter as index here. So just for the sake of printing, let me create this. Let me log the item number which is getting printed. In our case it will be index and let me return a container here. I don't need alignment for now. Let me keep it as margin edge. Let's keep it as 8 for now. We'll adjust it if it doesn't look good. So I'm just putting random values here, and let's put color as and let me put a child with center where I can put the text. Item will be here index +1. And let's also put a style to it. Style will be, let's suppose, text style. Font size, let's give it as 22. I'll put a constant here as well. Sorry. Okay, so we have created the get item. Now what we are going to do is, instead of item builder here, so it will remain same, instead of this card, what we are going to do is, so we are going to remove this part and we are going to use the get item function that we have used earlier, and inside it will be index. All right, so now you can see in the log that all the 40 items are being created. Okay, so we need to create the item count. I missed the item count, so we have to keep the item count as, for example, let's put it as 20. Since our list will be a bit more, will have a bit more height compared to the previous one, so now it should look all right. Let me reload it. And okay, so as you can see, only 4 items are being created here in the screen. So it's only creating 4 items. So it's not creating, even though our item count is 20, the list view is supposed to build 20 list or 20 items, but since only 4 items are getting rendered in the screen, it's printing 4. Now if I scroll, as I have scrolled, see, item 5 and 6 are supposed to show on the screen, so it has created item 5 and 6. So as I scroll into more items, it will eventually create all the items. So it is only creating the items which are being rendered in the screen at a time. So even though our list is supposed to have 20 items, it's not building all the 20 items at once. It's only building the items which are getting rendered in the UI. So now I have scrolled to the bottom of the list and it has, as you can see, it has created 20 items. So now what we can do is we can add few properties in the list view builder as well. So right now we only have item count and item builder. So we can have few other properties as well, like we can have padding. So let's see if I use the padding here and put a value, for example 12. Obviously we have to put constant. So if I rerun the app, so let's increase the number to see the difference. So you can see the padding, it's taking the value. So if I make it more, for example, let's put it as 100. So you can specifically see the difference. Now you can see it has taken a padding. So let's keep it as 10 because 10 was perfectly fine. Yes, 10 was good. So let's try to add more properties into it. Physics, and in physics we can put it as bouncing scroll physics. If I use this, obviously you have to put constant before it. So this is basically our list view builder in action. So it's your go-to widget when you need to handle a large or infinite list efficiently. So basically the key benefits are it's very helpful in memory management. It has a better memory management system. Its performance is improved, it has a very enhanced performance since it only creates the items which are rendered in the screen instead of creating all the widgets at once, all the items at once. Also it gives a very smooth scrolling experience. So that will be it for today's chapter. Thanks for watching. If you have any question, just drop your question in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Flutter chapters. So thank you, and see you again in the next chapter.